Okay, we're on the US dollar Japanese yen here, setting up for a perfectly timed trade here at the 61.8% ITM Saturn Pro retracement. This is ITM Saturn Pro's #1 signal for high probability retracement in the direction of the trend. So we're looking for a high trade here, a 5-minute binary option on the US dollar Japanese yen for $2,500. And this, going correctly, will be a very high probability, highly volatile move in the direction of the trade, which is long or high at this point. The 61.8% ITM Saturn Pro retracement goes against all other probabilities and is the highest probability indicator that price will go in the direction pointed to by the retracement, in this case long. The 61.8% drawn by ITM Saturn Pro is a very high volatility retracement, meaning that when price retests it, you are in the perfect position to take a trade. And as you can see, with minimal fluctuation there to the short side, we are now in the money very comfortably, and this looks to be a very volatile trade going long and nowhere else. This price will now, as it's broken through the 61.8, will most likely escalate towards the long side very, very fast. As you can see, 61.8% continues to offer a high degree of resistance, support to the price. Changing parameters in the left-hand panel, as I told you in earlier videos, the left-hand panel is ignored when Fibonacci retracements come into play from ITM Saturn Pro because they are the higher probability tool in the suite of tools made available to you by ITM Saturn Pro. There you see that little dip below the close of the previous bar indicating some stops have been taken out, and as you can see, price has now escalated right through those stops when those were taken out, meaning there was immense buyer pressure, and now price is escalating long and going nowhere else. We are comfortably in the money here on this 5-minute trade with only 3 minutes and 30 seconds something remaining, and the escalation is just quite apparent. We're now breaking through the next target of 50%, and it's most likely going to break through the 38.2 and the 23.6, since the power of the 61.8 is literally a self-fulfilling prophecy at this stage, because so many people at that juncture tend to take retracement trades in the direction of an already established trend. In this case long, we see a very high escalation. Those are one of the theories to support the probability of 61.8%, the golden ratio as it's also known, to be so high as compared to other ratios in the Fibonacci series, especially those drawn by ITM Saturn Pro, since it takes into account so many factors when deciding on the most appropriate level to put a 61.8% and other Fibonacci levels at, which makes ITM Saturn Pro a perfect tool to use for timing and hence for binary options, because binary options are, especially in Forex and stocks, are very basically extremely sensitive to timing more than they are to price. And here we go, broken through the 38.2, we're now going towards the 23.6% here. The 61.8% has offered tremendous support to the price, changing all probabilities to bullish. ITM Saturn Pro gave us an advance warning by showing us the retracement where price was retesting it. We immediately took a trade, and as you can see from that little dip to the left, there was hardly any time spent outside of the money because of the timing of this trade being so precise. The 61.8% and the 50% on most occasions, the 61.8% on more than most occasions, are the best places to enter into a trade in a time-sensitive environment such as binary options. We have 1 minute and something seconds remaining here. We're comfortably in the money. This trade is already a winner. We just have to wait for it to expire. Even if price were to retrace to the other retracement levels here, the 38.2 and the 50 again to the downside, we're still so comfortably in the money with 61.8% offering so much support that there's no likelihood of this trade returning to zero or entry or below within the parameters of time available to us. Now we have only a minute and some seconds remaining, 20 seconds remaining here on this trade, hence increasing the likelihood of our win with every second that goes by and decreasing the likelihood of a loss exponentially just because of the beautiful timing of this trade, which was all made possible by ITM Saturn Pro, a free tool, of course, at the 61.8% shown to us before price made this move. I've made this trade live on screen here to demonstrate the effectiveness of a 61.8% ITM Saturn Pro trade. The timing is everything. In binary options, on foreign exchange, on stocks, on indices, on anything, commodities, timing is everything in binary options. Binary options are a time-sensitive tool as opposed to Forex, where you have a bit more leeway in terms of timing because you can adjust price. You can adjust price at levels of fluctuation, but you can't adjust it for time too much because time isn't so much of a factor in deciding within minute-wise or 5-minute-wise entries, as opposed to binary options options where timing is everything. From the shortest time frames to the longest time frames, you have to time your trade well. And if you have a if you have a tool like ITM Saturn Pro, available to you to allow you to perfect that timing, binary options are one of the most phenomenal tools available for instant gains consistently. You're not going to get every trade, but 8 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times, sometimes even 9 out of 10 times, your trade will go in your direction because you've taken such a precise entry point provided by a high probability subset tool like ITM Saturn Pro. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm just going to wait for the expiry to happen. There you go. The price is retracing to the 50%. It's still well within the money, but we've expired for a $4,250 gross return on a $2,500 investment. Thank you very much.